neighbor, neighbors Claire and Jim asked me to come speak, to the summer program, the reading program. It's like the theme is one world, many stories, and that, education is important, and having, a backup plan, even though you're trying to go after your goal, like in my case of doing soccer, that, you need education to get you there in the sense of making good grades that you're able to play, and then also making, good enough grades that you're able to, go to college. So it's kind of what the theme is. Hopefully they'll realize that, even though you come from a small town, that you can still make something of yourself. Also that education is important, and, to start good habits now, because it'll be easier to put that into play. So, when you get into high school where you have to make the grades to play. And then hopefully, these kids that are doing the summer reading program, obviously they have to be into reading to be doing it, and hopefully they graduate high school and can go on to college. It's humbling because, I'm not really from here. I'm from Texas. So when I go back to Texas and even being in Nacogdoches to see people show up is something that I really appreciate, because I remember when I was there and played that, even though I played a sport that a lot of people didn't value, so to come to a small town and, have people want to take an interest, whether in the sport that I play or in me, it feels good. And if I can pass something along that helps them, well then, today was worth it. So the women's killing it right now. Hopefully the men's team one day can do some of the things that the women's team's doing. To be honest with you, I didn't watch the game, but I got a play-by-play from some of my friends, and they let me know what was going on and how it was so back and forth, and how ended up going into a shootout, and that there was a few bad calls, and that's something that I can relate with in playing with the men's team. I think being an American, maybe having that chip on your shoulder, you think when bad things happen that there's reasons outside of actual soccer that you get the short end of the stick sometimes. But credit to them. They played well. They found themselves in a semifinal now, and a chance to win another medal, because you look at the last Olympics, I think they won that. I think it was going to change regardless of how we did as a country, but I think that in Confederations Cup, get into the final, in the World Cup, advancing out of our group, for being first in our group and advancing out, and the women's team being in the semifinals now. So I think that that adds to the popularity. It gets more coverage on the ESPN, and then I think more people start to see that. But also, we have such a diversity in our country that there's large Hispanic populations that are here, and that's their favorite sport is soccer. So it was only going to integrate into the rest of the country. It's just a matter of time, I thought. But I think for it to have a really strong hold, I think it's people who grew up playing soccer, having kids, and like passing that game down, because you see a lot of it. Hey, Dad, let's go out and play catch, but you don't see a lot of, hey, Dad, let's go out and kick the soccer ball around. And so when you have kids and you pass that on to them, I think that's really going to take a strong hold, and the game was just going to improve from there on.
Soccer! Football!